afford highly skilled AI talent? Well, I faced this challenge myself. Even a junior AI engineer costs at least 100K. So I hired Edmund in Nigeria for a tenth of that. And it turned out this put him on a new trajectory. He was, after a year after working with me, earning 40K, 3 times more than any of his peers. But I'm not alone. 76% of large companies face severe AI talent shortages, costing them billions in talent search every year. With the rise of remote and the maturing infrastructure across Africa, the opportunity to expand the talent pool is here. Meet Buten Maina, bright but without the resources like Edmund to realize his full potential. This is our challenge. Kidus, with a lived experience, Ananya, former head of placement at Africa to Silicon Valley, and myself, Oxford Masters in Microfinance and Labor Economics. We are building DirectEd, a platform that lets you invest in tomorrow's talents through income-sharing agreements. Investors first put in funds and get a token in return. Then, this finances elite training for the best of the best in AI and other in-demand skills. Talents don't pay tuition, but instead they share 16% of their gross income for 5 years back to the token holders. What's better than win-win, you say? Triple win. Talents win, employers win, and investors win. So, Buten is today providing for his entire family, and we've profitably hit 200K in annual revenue with both talents and employer partnerships. The unit economics speaks for themselves, and so we're raising 750K to scale to 1,000 talents. Join me if you also believe that talent is everywhere, but opportunity is not.
You know, we tried ISAs over here at Draper University, and what happened was the less talented people were okay to do this, and the more talented people did not want to do this.
Exactly.
They were looking out for them, you know, they were saying long term I'm going to be. And then everybody was concerned about whatever it is, 16%. Forever, or for 2 years, or for 3 years, what? So the contracts became really messy. And how are you dealing with it?
Yeah, so first part, adverse selection. We do not take in anyone on tuition. This is it. We sign them on as talent, similar to our football agencies work, or creative artists. That's the first thing. On the second point is, it's 5 years. I think it's pretty fair. They get 2 years of elite training. And crucially, it's a great deal for them. We've signed talents, they're all 0.1% the best in Kenya. The reason why they do this is because they don't pay anything unless we double their income. So I think this works very well in low income contexts when your outside options are just not there, they don't exist.
What's your strategic advantage? It seems anybody can do this.
Well, we have an evolution that we have in mind. Number one is, this is not a solved problem. Income sharing agreements is something that's been tried many times, and we have now 2 decades of microfinance income sharing agreements research. And so I think we would be hopefully the first to figure this out at scale. And by that point, we have the market network effect on both talent and employment.
What's the Cardano crypto Bitcoin link here?
So you get a token, and that it represents your claim to this future earnings, which you can trade on secondary markets and it becomes an asset.
So you can kind of tokenize the person, but it's a 5-year term.
It's a fund, so it's a pool. It's like 100. Let's say you believe in AI engineers, cybersecurity. You can make a bet, and we're looking to go towards things like healthcare. We know that there are hundreds of thousands of nurses that are lacking in the US, and that's also been done.
Yeah, I've seen, to Tim's point, we tried this at Draper University, I've seen how the edtech space evolved. So I think the most recent version is you cap the upside, which is not as good for investors, but at least the talent feels like it's not, perpetuity. It's say 5x, 10x, even 20x, they can see it. And the other challenge we've seen is if the talent becomes very successful, they have money, they'll just litigate the contract and they get out of it. Because in most countries and states, they'll side with the labor and not with the investor.
Yeah, that's luckily we have conversations with the Kenyan government, Rwanda, and Ethiopia. So if one government doesn't want to play with us, well, there are many options. It's very different than the US, I would say, for many reasons, including.
Thank you so much.